solving isometric problems. This is the 21st problem for today, and this will be the 27th problem in your PDF which we have shared. Fine. So these are the kind of different problems we want to solve today. Till now, I used to give the question, okay, using the dimensions used to solve the isometric problems. Now what we are doing in this one is a orthographic sketch will be given like this for you. This is an orthographic sketch. Okay, the question will be like this: if following figure shows the front and the side view of a solid, draw isometric projections. See here, this is the front view and this is the side view. That is written as x1 and y1. In planes, we have solved few problems which has front view and side view. Okay, that will be your left side view. Okay, when you look from this side, this is your left side. So when an observer is looking from this side, okay, the view is this. This is a left side view. Okay, so we'll be getting this is a front view. This object will be given to you, okay, in orthographic form, and we are supposed to convert into a isometric. Finally, the view will be like this. This is the final answer. Okay, so I'll start comparing. So first you have to check with the front view. In the front view, you can see a prism. Okay, you can see a prism. The side of the prism is 30, and he has not mentioned the height. The height can be seen in the side view. Okay, the total height of the prism he has given you as 60 mm. Okay, in the front you can see only the length of the side. The side is 30. Finally, so when you look on the top how it looks, so finally you just concentrate only on this prism part of this. So when you concentrate on the prism part of this, the view will be like this. Fine. So both the sides, okay, there will be two sides of the prism, that is 30, and the other side is 30. So it is a square prism of 30 into 30. What about the height of the prism? The height of the prism he has given you as 60. So that is nothing but this one. This side and this side he has given you as 30 and 30. Totally the height of the prism he has given you as 60. Okay. Comparing the front view and the side view, we are supposed to extract the given lengths of the figure. And finally, what is this? Okay. From the prism, from this prism, okay, there is a projection which is coming out. Okay, we have a projection. Okay, again that whether it is a rectangle or a square prism, you can see from this side view. Okay, we have a rectangle shape here. Okay, we have a rectangle shape here. The total length of the rectangle one is 60. And what is the thickness of that? It is 30. Okay, when you look at the side view, you can observe this. So that means this is a square. Okay, so it resembles like a square. The total length of this is 30. Okay, 30, 30, 30, 30. So this 30 you can see from here. Okay, so again this will be 30 and this will be 30. And finally, what is the length of the projection of this slab or a prism? It is totally 60. Coming back to this solution, so this is a sketch which he has given you. In the front view you can see, okay, that is sides are 30. That means this side is 30, 30 and 30. And what is the total length of the projections? It is totally 60. Fine. This is what he has given you in the orthographic view, and we'll converting into isometric view in this manner. Okay, we'll start sketching this one. First, we will do this prism. The total length of the prism which he has given you as side is 30 and the height is 60 which he has given you. First, I'll draw this. Okay. So what you do for this problem, okay, don't start from the base, okay, of the page. You leave some gap. What will happen? The side projection will come down. So that is why you're supposed to draw a bit top. Okay, I'll start from here. First, you draw the x1, y1 line. We'll draw the prism first. We'll draw the prism. The base of the prism, this is the base of the prism. It is 30, 30, 30, 30. So it will be 3 boxes. That is this one. The prism will be drawing. I'll just draw a rough sketch. First, what we'll do is we'll draw the base of the prism, that is 30, 30, 30, 30. Okay, and height of the prism he has given you 60, 60, 60, and 60. Fine. So now the height of the prism, that is 6 boxes from all the 4 corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes. Again from this corner, it will be 6 boxes. Again from this corner, it will be 6 boxes. Just 3, 4, 5, 6. You'll be getting it here. Mark this point. Okay. Finally, join the top. It is like this here. You'll be joining the top. Then you get the first part of the prism. That's it. We have done the first portion, the first part of the prism. And from this prism, we are supposed to get the projection of a length of 60 and side length of 30. So how do we draw this projection? Okay. After completing this, so you erase the lines whichever comes inside this prism. Now observe carefully. First I'll draw it in a plain sketch. Okay. See, you're supposed to get this box of 30, 30, 30, 30. So what I'll do is this total length, the total length which we have is 60. Okay, concentrate on this side of the prism. So the total length is 60. Here we are supposed to get a box like this. This is the box you're supposed to get. So this length will be 30. This will be 30, 30, and 30. Fine. So how do you draw that? First you find the midpoint. So here total length is 60, find the midpoint here. Here we have total length of 60 and find the midpoint here. From the midpoint, it will be how much? 15 above and 15 below. Again here also 15 above and 15 below. Mark these points. So you'll be getting the points to draw the rectangle. In that we'll be drawing an ellipse. Now what I'll be doing is here, this side total length is 6. Mark the midpoint. So it will be 1, 2, 3. So this will be the midpoint. So finally 1, 2, 3 above this side. 1, 2, 3 boxes. You got the midpoint. After that, you're supposed to get this rectangular box. So now what I'll do is, so from the midpoint, it will be above 15 boxes. Okay, it will be 15 boxes above, 1.5 box above. Again, it will be 1.5 box below. Mark that. Again, from this point, it will be 1.5 box above and 1.5 box below. Fine, then join it using a thin line. Join it using thin line. So you got this rectangular box. In this rectangular box, you're supposed to draw the ellipse. I'll draw the enlarged view. So you'll be getting it like this. I'll compare this and I'll draw. So this is the box which you have got. Okay. So, okay. So in this problem, it is a rectangle. The next problem is ellipse. Fine. I'll just complete the rectangular box. That is rectangular prism. So now what I'll do is, this portion is done. We have got this portion. So we need an extension like this. We are supposed to get an extension from here. What is the extension length? It is 60. So what I'll do is, so you're supposed to keep your scale like this, parallel to your 30-degree line. So this is the point number 1. Imagine this is the point number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now what you'll be doing is, from the point number 1, the scale should be parallel to your 30-degree line. Okay, this is a 30-degree line. It should be parallel to the 30-degree line. From this point, drop a projection. So what is the length, total length of this projection? It is, total length is 60. Okay, finally we'll cut the arc later. Again later, after that, from the point number 2, okay, you can see here, if this is the point number 2, the point number 2 and the point number 4 coincides. Okay, you just drop a line. Fine. Again from the point number 3. This is your point number 3. Okay. Third corner of your square. Again from this point you drop a line. So what is the length of the total projection? The length of the total projection is 6 boxes. Measure 6 boxes. Measure 6 boxes. Fine. From all the 4 corners, cut 6. This is the first corner. From this first corner, I have cut 6. From the second corner, I have cut 6 boxes. Again, from the third corner, it will be 6 boxes. The fourth corner, it will be 6 boxes. Fine. You got this 4 points. Join these 4 points. Fine. So you got the front portion or the base of the prism. So the total length of the extension was 60. Fine. So now you just have to darken the lines. You just have to darken the lines. That's all. This is the final solution of the problem. Can you see the next problem, second problem? Yeah, what is the difference between the first problem and the second problem? See, the prism is same. What was the prism which was given? It was same, but here the projection which is being done from the middle of this vertical prism is nothing but a cylinder. You can see a cylinder. A cylinder is being projected. In the previous problem, okay, there was a prism which was projected from the middle of this vertical prism. But in this case, a cylinder is being projected from the middle of the prism, vertical prism. Okay. So only difference is here you're supposed to get a circle. You'll be getting an ellipse in this case. So how do you draw that ellipse? I'll explain you. Okay. It is the same. The diameter of this cylinder which he has given you as 30, the total length of the cylinder which he has given you as 60, which you can see in your front view. The rest of the prism remains same. Fine. So I'll start drawing it now. First I'll draw the prism. Draw x1 y1 line. Now the height of the prism, the base of the prism is given you as 30. The base of the prism is 3 boxes. So that is from this point 3, 3, 3, and 3. The height is given as 6 boxes. Okay, we have raised the height and joined the top of the prism, which will be again 30, 30, 30. Fine. The prism portion is done. After that, what do? You just erase the lines which are coming inside the prism. Yeah, fine. Now you listen carefully. We are supposed to draw this circle in the middle of this vertical prism. So how do you draw a circle at the middle of the vertical prism? I'll draw a rough sketch and I'll just show you. This is a sketch. Imagine this is a sketch which you have drawn. So first you're supposed to find the midpoints. Okay, find the midpoints. We are supposed to get a box of 30, 30, 30, 30. What I'll do is from this midpoint, it will be again 15 above and 15 below. Again from this midpoint, it will be 15 above and 15 below. Okay, so I'll be joining this one. It is similar to the previous problem. Here I am supposed to draw an ellipse. Okay, listen carefully. Here I am supposed to draw an ellipse. For that, what I'll be doing is, you mark these 2 points. Okay, these 2 points you mark. Now what you'll be doing, from this corner to the opposite midpoint, you'll be dropping a line. Again from this corner to the opposite midpoint, you'll be dropping a line. So it will be like this. From this corner, opposite midpoint, corner to the opposite midpoint. Okay, you're supposed to take these 2 points only, where the angle is more. Here you can see the angle is less. Okay, this angle is less and this angle is more. So from this point to the corner is opposite midpoint, from this corner to the opposite midpoint, from this corner to again opposite midpoint. Fine, I'll repeat this. You'll be drawing this box. After drawing this box, see wherever the angle is more, this angle is more, these 2 sides angle are more. From this corner to the opposite midpoint, you'll be dropping a line. Again from this corner to the opposite midpoint, you'll be dropping a line. You're coming to this corner. Again from this corner to the opposite midpoint, you'll draw a line. Again from this corner to the opposite midpoint, you'll be drawing a line. Now, keeping this as a midpoint and this as the radius, you'll be drawing the first curve. Keeping this as a midpoint and this as a radius, you'll be drawing the second curve. To draw these 2 side curves, this will be the midpoint. Fine. Keeping this as a midpoint, you draw the third curve and the fourth curve. Okay, hope you understood this. We'll draw it in this grid sheet. Okay, I'll repeat that. You can observe. Find the midpoint first. This is a midpoint. Okay, from this midpoint, it will be 1.5 box above and it will be 1.5 box below. Again, from here to be 1.5 box above and 1.5 box below. Okay, construct the box. So now what you'll be doing, I told you, from this corner and this corner, from this corner to the opposite midpoint, I'll be drawing a line. Again, from this corner to the opposite midpoint. Fine. So this is the opposite midpoint for this corner. You will be getting a straight line. You'll be getting a straight line. Again, from this corner to the opposite midpoint. So this will be your opposite midpoint. Join it. Draw a thin line. Similarly, come to this corner. From this corner to the opposite midpoint, you join it. Again, from this corner to the opposite midpoint, it will be a straight line. Join it. Fine. Take your compass. So this will be the radius for the first curve. Again, from this corner, this will be the radius for the second curve. Again, here, this will be the midpoint to draw the third curve. Again, this will be the midpoint to draw the fourth curve. Okay. The radius will be very less. Draw it carefully. The third curve, and finally the fourth curve. Fine. We are done with the ellipse. So now what is the length of the cylinder? The length of the total length of the cylinder which is given here is 60. Now we are supposed to draw the projections. Okay. Fine. Take your scale. Similar to the previous problem, I'll be drawing 6 boxes. That is the length of the cylinder. He has given you 6 boxes. Just draw line from the first corner into the second corner. I'll be drawing a line. It will pass to the fourth corner. These two will remain parallel. Again from the third corner, I'll be drawing another line. The total length of the projections is 6. Measure 6 boxes. From the point number 1, you cut an arc. This is the point number 2, point number 3, and the point number 4. Fine. And join this. Fine. We have got the box. Okay. Similar to this one. So how do you draw a ellipse in this? Same procedure. Okay. From this corner to the opposite midpoint, you drop a line. Again from this corner to the opposite midpoint, you'll be dropping a line. You'll be getting a straight line. Okay. Again from this corner to the opposite midpoint, from this corner to the opposite midpoint, which will be getting a straight line. Okay. Draw the first curve. This will be the first curve. The second curve. For the third curve, this will be the midpoint for the third curve. Draw it carefully. So again, this will be the midpoint for the final curve. That's it. We are done with the ellipse. Fine. How do you join this? See, listen carefully. Since it is a cylinder, okay, what you do is you keep your scale like this, which is parallel to a 30-degree line, and start moving it. So when you start moving it, it will touch the tangents of both the ellipse. Okay, that time what you do is you just drop a line. Okay, I'm repeating this. You are supposed to keep your scale like this, and you start moving it until it touches the extreme ends of your two ellipses and join that. Similarly, and you start moving from the base. So from the base, you start moving your scale parallel to your 30-degree line. Okay, and finally, it will be touching here. Okay, it will be touching somewhere here and join it. Okay, let these construction lines be like this. But in the final exam, you're supposed to erase everything. Okay, and you'll be getting like this. The final view will be like this. So this is the solution for the second problem. Fine, we had a prism of side how much? 30. So this was 30, 30, 30, and 30. Okay, the total height of what was 60. From the prism, vertical prism, a cylinder is being projected whose diameter is 30 and the total length of the cylinder is 60. So this diameter will be 30. The third problem. This will be your 30th problem in your PDF. Okay, for your information, this will be the 30th problem in your PDF. Again, they have given you the front view and the side view. Okay, Till now we have done a rectangular, sorry, square prism we had done, but in this case he has given you a rectangular prism. It is a rectangular prism. Okay, you can copy this. This sketch will be given to you in the exam. Okay, the question states like this: the following figure shows the front and side view of the solid. Draw the isometric projections. So this will be your front view and this will be your side view. Okay, extracting the dimensions from both the views, we'll be completing the sketch. So I'll draw the rough sketch and I'll show you. First concentrate on this rectangle slab. Okay, he has given a rectangle slab. See here, the height of the rectangle slab which is given here is 60. Okay, the width of the rectangle slab is given as 45. Then what about the thickness? The thickness in the front view, you cannot see the thickness of that. So when you come to this, sorry, here it is the front view and this is the side view. I'm sorry. So in the front view, here you can see the thickness. Okay, and when you're looking the sketch from the side, so when you're looking from this side, this will be your side view, that is a left side view. In the left side view, you can see the total height of the rectangle prism, and the width of the rectangular prism is given as 45. Okay, from this rectangular prism there is a projection which is coming out. Again, that is also a rectangle prism. Okay, that is also a rectangle prism. I'll show you. First I'll draw the rough sketch of the first rectangular prism. The total length of the rectangular prism which is given here as height is 60. So then what will happen? And what about the base length? The base length he has given, or the width length he has given as 45. So this will be 45. Okay, this length will be 45. That is what this is the one which will be drawing. Then what is the height of that one? Height is given you as 60. That will be 60. Again, width will be how much? 45. This will be 45, 45. The height is 60. Again, the height is 60. Then how much thick it is? It is 15 mm. The thickness is 15 mm. What I'll be doing is, so from all the four sides, it will be the thickness will be 15 mm. It will be 15, 15, 15, and 15. Okay, from all the four sides, it will be 15, and finally join this. So this is your 15. This is the first rectangular slab which we have drawn. Okay, the total height of the rectangular slab is 60. We have drawn this. The width of the slab is 45. This is 45. Okay, and the thickness is 15, and the thickness is 15. Fine. From this rectangle slab, we have got a projection. This is the projection which we have got. The total length of the projection is 60. Okay, this slab, I'll draw it separately and show you how it looks. Okay, so you can see the thickness of that. Okay, so it is 25 and the height is, the width is 25 and the height is 15. Then what you'll be doing is, first you'll be drawing 25. Okay, the height is how much? 15. Again, height is 15. Again, it will be 25. So this side will be 25. It will be 15. It will be 25 and 15. What is the total length of the projection? It is 60. So it will be, this length will be 6 boxes, 6 boxes, 6 boxes, and this will be 6 boxes. Here also you'll be getting 25, 15, 15, and 25. So this one, okay, this actually it is a rectangular prism. Again, this one has to come here. So it will be coming here. Fine. So how will you draw? Find the midpoint. Okay, from the midpoint, what is the total height he has given you? It is 15. First, you're supposed to mark 15. Or one more thing you can do, from this midpoint, this length, this total length is 25. It will be 12.5 box towards your right and 12.5 box towards your left. If this is a midpoint, what I'll do is, from this point to this point, it will be 12.5. Again, it will be 12.5. Okay. At this particular point, I have to raise the height of 15. Okay, you raise the height of 15 and 15. Okay, there is another method to be drawn. He has given you the length from this side to this point, to this rectangular slab. He has given you 10. Okay, that also you can follow it. So what you can do is, instead of marking the midpoint here at the 45 length, instead of marking the midpoint, fine. What you do is, from this point to this point, you leave 10 boxes. Again, from this point to this point, you leave 10 boxes. Okay, you get this 2 points. At this point, you raise a height of 15. Again, at this point, you raise a height of 15 and join it. So this is the isometric view of this box. Okay. Now what is the position length? It is 60. So from this 4 corners, you'll be drawing 6 boxes. And finally, at this point, you'll be joining it. Understood? So now we'll start drawing in your sketch sheet. Okay, take your sketch sheet. First, we'll draw this rectangle slab of 60 into 45 into 15. Fine. So again, this also you just draw it a bit above so that the projection will come below your XY line. XY line. The first one is 45 slab. Okay. So this length is given you as 45. That is 1, 2, 3, 4.5 box. Okay. And the height he has given you as how much? 6 boxes. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes. Again, from this point, the height he has given you as 6 boxes. The side is given you as 45. So this is 45, 60, 45, and 60. Okay. Then what is the thickness he has given you? The thickness he has given you as 15. Okay. What I'll be doing is I'll start drawing 15 boxes. Okay. There is totally 1.5 box from all the 4 corners. Okay. 1.5 box. Again 1.5 box. From this point it will be 1.5 box. And complete this. So you got this rectangular box. So this is the one. First, a rectangular prism. Okay. The total height he has given you as 60. So we have drawn 6 boxes. Okay. And the width is given as 45. And the thickness he has given you as 15, which we have drawn. It is 15 mm thick. Okay. Now I'm supposed to construct this prism. Okay. That is a rectangular prism. The front view, when you look at the front view of rectangular prism, the rectangle side is 25 into 15. Okay, this will be 25. Okay, and this will be 15. And the total length of the rectangular prism is given you as 60. Okay, first we'll draw this sketch. Okay, observe this from the extreme ends, from the side of your rectangle box. Okay, the gap is 10, and this side also could be 10. And what I'll be doing is to erase the box which comes inside the front side of your rectangular box. So keep only this rectangle. Fine. So now what you're supposed to get, you're supposed to get 25 here. What I'll do, from this side, I'll leave 10 boxes. Okay, this will be the point. Again, from this side, I'll be leaving 10 boxes. Finally, if you leave 10 boxes on either side, you will be getting 25. You understood? So at the point, this point, what I'll do, I'll draw a height. What is the height he has given you? Okay, the height of the rectangle he has given you as 15. Okay, so I'll be drawing a straight line. Again, at this point, I'll be drawing a straight line. So it should be 15. Measure 15 in your compass and cut an arc. And you got the box. So this is the box which we have got. Fine. This is what we are supposed to draw. Okay. From the extreme end of this rectangle, we have to leave 10 boxes on either side. We have left 10 boxes. Okay. That is 10 boxes. So totally you'll be getting 25. So this you'll be getting as 25. You understood? Fine. Then what is the height of it? It will be 15. So from this point, you have to raise a height of 15. Okay, I've raised a height of 15. Now, what is the total length of the rectangle slab? He has given you 60. From these 4 corners, 1, 2, 3, 4, I have to drop a line of how much? 6 boxes. So it will be, just draw a line, then later on we'll cut an arc.
Fine. Measure 6 in a compass. From all four corners, you cut knot of 6 boxes. And join this.
Fine, we got it. Okay, this will be 25, 15, 25, and this total length which we have got is 6. Fine, this is the solution for the problem, third problem. Any doubts? You can raise your hands if you have any doubts. We'll compare with this sketch again. This was a front view and side view of the rectangle box which was given us. Okay, so first one, the first rectangular prism is 60. The height is 60 and the width is 45. So that is what we have drawn. The height is 60 and the width is 45. Fine. And what is the thickness of this one? The thickness you can see in the front view, it is 15 mm. So this will be 15 mm. Fine. Then after drawing this, so at the bottom, in the middle portion of the rectangular prism, we have another projection of a rectangular prism. The total length of the rectangular prism is 60, but when you look from the side, okay, you can see the thickness of that. It is 25 into 15. What I have done is, from this point, I left 10 box. Again, from the other corner, I left 10 box. Finally, will be remaining with 25. So at this point, I've raised a height of how much? What is the height he has given you? 15. Again, at this point, I'll raise a height of 15. So finally, you'll be getting this box. So this is what you'll be getting. And after that, the projection length is of how much? 60. From all the four corners, you raise a height of, okay, length of 60. And finally, you'll be getting this. Problem. This is the 50th problem in the PDF which we are sharing. Here is the 15th problem. You can copy this problem. The problem is like this. This also is a very simple problem. There's a rectangle slab. A rectangle slab whose base length is 100 into 80. A rectangle slab whose base is given you is 100 into 80. Okay, and height of that one is 30. Has a full depth coaxial square hole. Okay, that means we have a rectangle box like this. Imagine this is a rectangle box. The length of the rectangle box he has given you as 100. The breadth he has given you as 80. Whereas the thickness, okay, the thickness he has given you as 30. In that, there is a full depth coaxial square hole. That means you are supposed to cut this box in the middle. Okay, how much you're supposed to cut it? It is 40 mm. In the middle, you're supposed to cut a box of 40 mm and it should be throughout. The entire rectangle box is being cut throughout. That is full depth coaxial square hole. There is a square hole full throughout the full of this rectangular slab. Okay, so we'll be solving this problem. Fine. How does it look like? I'll draw the orthographic view of this. Fine. So imagine this will be your x, y. This will be a front view and this will be a top view. The front view of the rectangle slab will be like this. The height he has given you as 30. So when you look at this slab from the top view will look like this. The height of the rectangle slab is given you as 30, given in the problem. Okay. The width of the rectangle slab, this is the width. The width of the rectangular slab is given you as 80 and the length is given you as 100. So what he has done to this slab, okay, in the rectangle slab he has cut in the between of how much? 40 mm. So if you cut in the middle, so it looks like this. A square hole is being cut on the rectangle slab. This is a square hole of how much? 40, 40. So this portion has been cut. So how does it looks like in your isometric view? We are going to draw it. Okay. Fine. Draw XY line. Okay. First we'll draw this rectangular box. That is how much? It is 100 into 80. So 80 towards your right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 boxes. Towards your left side, you take 10 boxes. That is 100, which is given you. Okay. Complete the base. 10 boxes. 8 boxes. Fine. Then what is given as the thickness of this one? The thickness is given as 30. That is height. 3 boxes. Complete the rectangular slab by joining the top. Right? We have completed the rectangular slab. Now what you do is you just erase the lines whichever comes inside the top of your rectangle box so that we can create a hole inside this. Okay. Okay, now you concentrate only on the top of your rectangular box. So here I'm supposed to get in the middle a square hole of how much? 40, 40, 40. Fine. Find the midpoint of this first. So this is totally 8 boxes. So this will be the midpoint. Fine. This is totally 8 boxes and this is 10 box. So on the top of a rectangle, find the midpoint. This will be a midpoint. What will happen? Imagine this is a rectangle box which we have drawn. Okay. This is a midpoint. You're supposed to get a square box. This is your square box. You're supposed to get a square box like this inside this rectangle box.
So 100 should be towards the right, no, sir?
You can take it towards your right or you can take it to your left. Okay, that doesn't matter.
Okay, sir.
So now this square box has to come in the middle. So what is the total length of the square box? It is 40. Listen here, what I'll be doing is, so this is 40. I have to measure 2 boxes this side. Okay, so imagine this is your point O. From the point O, it will be 2 boxes above, again 2 boxes below. And again from the point O, 2 boxes towards your right, then 2 boxes towards your left. Fine.
Now I'm supposed to draw a square hole of 40. At the points which you are marked, you draw a parallel line.
Fine. So here, this is what we have done. Okay, we have drawn a top of a square hole, but listen carefully. If this is your top of your rectangle box of how much? This is your 80, 80, 100, and you have a thickness of how much? 30. So it should be a through hole. So what will happen? How does a through hole look like? Okay, that means this portion has to be cut inside. What is the total thickness of this slab? It is 30. What I'll be doing is, look at this. I'll be dropping 3 boxes below from all the 4 corners. Okay, can you see the dotted lines? I'll be dropping 3 boxes down because the total thickness is 30. Okay, here also from this side 3 boxes down. Again from here it will be 3 boxes down. Again from this corner it will be 3 boxes down. It will come somewhere here. And finally I'll be joining this. See, can you see this one? Okay, imagine if I shade these 2 portions. Okay, we have cut here, and you can see this cut portion inside this on the top of the rectangle box. So the dotted lines I have shown you. Okay, so there is a square hole which is gone throughout the rectangular box. That is what we will try to draw it. It's very simple. What you do is, okay, so you need not show the dotted lines. Only for your understanding, I have drawn there. From this corner, the total depth is how much? 3. Okay, the total depth is 3. Okay, for your understanding purpose, I'll draw this also. The total length, it will be, the total height will be 3 boxes down. It will be 3 boxes. And see here, what I'm doing is, I'm trying to join this. Let this be dotted lines, but this will be thick. Again from this corner, I'll be joining this corner, the base corner. It will be dotted lines, and this will be thick. Can you observe this? Okay, this will be a dotted lines. Okay, see now at least you can understand. There was a rectangle box or rectangle box of 80, 100 and thickness was how much? 30. On that we have made a hole. Okay, we have made a through hole of how much? 40 into 40. One portion of it